It's Tippy
and Jo,
and we are here with Jeremy Boyer, and we have our videographer sitting in with us today.
I am here.
we got Brett over here.
Or Bert, or Buttons, whatever you want to call him.
Super excited to sit in on this one, so we're like, yeah, okay, we'll share.
How are you doing today, Jeremy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic as well.
Great.
So you are the organ player.
Yes.
For... Go ahead.
No. Jeremy is the organist for the St. Louis Blues and also for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yes.
Which is very awesome.
Fun gig.
Yeah. How long have you been doing that gig?
18 seasons for the Blues and 12 for the Cardinals.
That's incredible.
Yes.
So how do you get into something like that?
I mean, a long road, of course. I mean, it wasn't like I just showed up one day and was like, hey, I'm going to play organ.
Yeah.
So I had started off when I was a kid, like 12 years old, learning how to play the organ. Eventually went to college for music. I went for vocal music, actually, to sing. I played the organ for fun, but I played for SEMO baseball and basketball at Southeast Missouri State. And while I was down there, a classmate of mine who lived in the dorms with me there.
What tower?
I wasn't in a tower. I was in Cheney.
Oh, get out of here.
I was in the oldest dorm on
lucky
campus.
duck. Get out of here. All right.
3 floors of girls, 1 floor of guys. It was the greatest. So it paid off, though, because one of the girls that lived in the dorm ended up interning with the Memphis Redbirds, Karen Livingston. And while she was down there, they needed an organist. They had no live organ music there in Memphis. And she's like, I know somebody.
Yeah.
Because he plays organ at SEMO. And gave us a call, and it worked out. So it kind of went from there. And then I had some stuff on YouTube, and I think the Blues saw it. And I was studying with Ernie Hayes, who was a longtime organist for the St. Louis Blues and Cardinals. And I think they put the dots together, and they gave me a call, and they were like, hey, why don't you come up, and we want to talk with you and interview and audition. And
That is so cool.
was it.
Bada bing, bada boom, right there, huh?
Yeah.
I know. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Very cool.
How long have you been playing?
12, so 32 years.
Oh, wow. So
She likes to sneakily ask people
Yes.
their age by doing that and say,
I don't know how old you
Yeah,
are. I
yeah.
just want to know how long you've been playing.
Yep, about that long.
Are you one of those people that's like, wary to tell your age to people?
Nah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I wear it. Have
It's always wild
the gray
to
and the
me.
beard. It's pretty apparent.
Man, I just started getting gray hairs like this year. I noticed a couple years ago, but this year, I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck off, man.
Well, I have 3 daughters, so it's just natural that
That happens.
yes.
Today I had to
And I have no
verify my
kids.
identity to open my TikTok shop, and it gives you the option now. You can either do facial recognition, so it can guesstimate your age, or you can do your ID. And I was like, we'll just do facial recognition. And it instantly said, you're old enough. And I was like, you know what, TikTok? I think I appreciate that.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I don't think it was. A little rude, if you ask me.
Now I noticed, because obviously I did a little bit of research, but you were the organist for the Stanley Cup in 2019.
Yes.
So is that because it was in St. Louis and I'm just really slow?
Come on, man. I don't follow hockey.
It's because the Blues were in the Stanley Cup final.
Yes, they were. I
so
knew this. I
simply
didn't know if it
they
was.
go,
yeah.
you go?
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Kyle's in
Okay.
on
Okay.
that.
My
Awesome.
Stanley
Look at
Cup
that.
championship ring. So,
That's incredible.
It's silver. Like I noticed
Yeah.
there's silver plaque from YouTube
Yeah,
also.
yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, we were good enough that year that we made it to the Stanley Cup final, and it was the first time in franchise history that we won the Stanley Cup. And I actually played for all 7 games of the series between... Even when they were on the road, we opened up the building and had like watch parties at Enterprise Center, and we sold out like 20,000 people in there just to watch it on the screen.
Holy cow.
I played live for all 7
So you
games.
were there
Yeah.
during the whole, just for the watch party they were playing and just jamming it
I
out.
played for all of the games.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome, man.
It was very cool.
That's so cool.
That's
yeah.
fun.
An incredible opportunity.
It is.
Yeah. So doing this gig, I'm sure it's taken you to a lot of cool places, and I'm sure you've gotten to meet a lot of really interesting people. Is there
Yeah.
anybody notably that you've come across that you're like, wow, that person was honestly super cool?
Yeah. I mean, for sure, there's lots, and then you don't want to like overstep your bounds whenever you meet somebody.
Yeah.
I'll say hi and that kind of thing, but I'm not like, I'm Jeremy Boyer and I want to say hi. I did stop one time, so like early in my time with the Blues, I'm coming in to work like always. I'm coming in the security entrance, and I see this like nice taxi or whatever pull up. It's like before Uber and all that stuff, and guy comes out and it's Wayne Gretzky. And I'm like, dude, that's the great one. That's Wayne Gretzky. And at the time, he was the coach for the Phoenix/Arizona Coyotes. And I'm like, I'm gonna stop and say hi because like normally I don't, but it's like it's Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
And what's the chances of that happening again? I don't know. So I come in security entrance and I kind of wait, and I happen to have like a digital camera. This is like even before iPhones were like super popular. And I wait for him. He comes in. I'm like, Mr. Gretzky, my name's Jeremy. I play the organ for the Blues. You know, can I get a picture with you? And this young concession stand kid's like walking by, and 20, 21 years old. And I'm like, hey, would you take our pictures together? Hand him my camera. He's like, yeah, but you got to tell me who he is first. I'm like,
Oh no.
dude, are you serious? Gretzky goes, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Brett Hull. And like from then on, like it was another St. Louis Blues Hall of Famer and friends of his. And the kid from then on probably thought, well, I met Brett Hull tonight. And really, he met the great one, Wayne Gretzky. And he was super nice and he was super chill. And yeah, I loved it. It was great.
Dude, I don't know where we were at. Maybe it was some sort of like convention or something, but Brett Hull was there, and I had a Blues jersey, and he signed it on the back, very small on the back of my jersey as a kid, 7, 8 years old. But then I started playing street hockey and wore that, and that shit got totally destroyed.
Yeah.
So I found it the other day at my parents' house, and you can barely see a little bit of Brett Hull's signature on there.
That's
I was
cool.
like, shit, I need to take this back to my house and just put
And
it
all
in
the
the frame.
hockey players. Hockey players are the coolest of all the athletes. Of all the sports,
Very
hockey
nice.
players are so down to earth. They're just
Genuine.
like everybody else. Like they're very humble. They're just like anybody else you'd meet.
Yeah.
I think they're the coolest.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Because their teeth get broken out all the
'cause
time,
They're
Tiffany.
humbled by the.
It's because they're all from Canada. Everybody's
Oh,
nice.
everyone's nice from Canada. Yeah, right, eh?
That does make sense.
How you doing, eh?
Sorry about that. That's so funny.
What about your time with the Cardinals, though? When
Yeah.
you're with Melina and what was it? Melina and
Wainwright.
Wainwright. I think I still have a beer bottle,
Yeah.
still sealed somewhere
And I got to play
from
for
the
the
World Series.
record-breaking.
That's it. That's all I got.
I got to play for the record-breaking game. That's
Yeah.
like the longest pitcher-catcher duo in Major League history to start as many games as they've started, which is pretty cool. And I don't play every Cardinal game because there's like 81 a season, and like I have a life and I have a family, you know. So there's two of us who do baseball because baseball you can play 9 nights in a row,
Right.
You know? So like if you have a daytime job and then it's like okay, I gotta go to the ballpark 9 nights in a row.
Who's got fingers?
Yeah, it's crazy. So there's two of us who do that, and but I did play for that game, and it was
That's
pretty
cool.
But
yeah, that's awesome,
and
man.
I'm right next door to Benji Molina, who does the Spanish broadcast for the Cardinals, who's Yachty's brother. So I see Benji all the time, and he's the coolest dude ever too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very down to earth, and hey Jeremy, how you doing? You know, that kind of thing. So
That's wild.
very cool.
What an interesting life you lead. That is so cool.
It's
I want to
fun.
hear a little more about your YouTube channel. Like
Okay.
she said earlier, you have a silver plaque from YouTube, which
do.
means you
Yeah, I
have
just learned about that
over
recently.
10K?
100,000.
100,000, over 100,000 followers. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
it is.
What is your YouTube channel about? What can people find on your YouTube?
So a lot of times it's like a kind of a behind the scenes of like what I do, you know, with Blues or Cardinals, or even like at church playing at Mass. You know, sometimes there'll be something people like will be surprised that I can play and sing at the same time, like something they don't experience at Blues or Cardinals. So,
Yeah.
but I'll post a lot of those things, a lot of, like sometimes I'll like explain what's happening and why I played what I played. Sometimes it's just like a popular song that everybody likes or requests and things, and so people will tune in and sometimes ask for a song or like, why did you do that? Or why is this, if they're not a fan or whatever. The coolest thing, this was actually on TikTok, and I don't know if you saw this or not, but recently a fan in Alabama, well, she wasn't a fan. She was just watching TikToks.
I did see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And had come across my TikToks, and she was like, this is really cool. There's live music at hockey, and this is the guy that does it. He's very energetic. And
Do you think that's because she never thought about it before? Because I had this conversation
Yeah.
with him. I said, sometimes I think people forget someone is up there playing
Yeah, it's
that
probably- I knew
music
this.
for you.
I knew
He's
this.
like, I
Yeah.
know it. I was like, but when you're there in it, you don't really
think
think
about it.
about
Yeah.
it.
And
You
I think
really
that's
don't.
probably like the most commented comment that I get is, wow, this is like a real dude doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they
they
think
don't
it's
really
just
get
a
it.
program,
That way.
just
Yeah.
plop on your laptop or
Yeah.
iPhone or
No,
whatever.
we're
and just,
keeping the actual organist in
Real
sync.
guy!
Yes. And live music is so much better. There's so many
It
things you
is.
can do live, and you can project your feeling live that you
Yep.
can't do with a recording.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so much different. And most people in their heart of hearts can tell the difference. You know, I mean, you can tell if it's like someone literally playing at a lot of games. If you're really listening, you can feel that power, that emotion of what you're doing, you know.
Yeah.
Because I don't play everything the same every time. I mean, I changed up. But so anyway, this lady's watching my TikToks. She lives in Alabama, and she's like, this is cool. This is too awesome. So she's like, I'm going to become a fan of the Blues. You know, Alabama doesn't have any hockey, or at least NHL. So she watches the Blues. She follows my TikToks for a couple of years. This, like, past month, she came to a Blues game, and she's like, this is my first time actually going to a game. My husband and I, we drove 7 hours to watch the St. Louis Blues. Because I started watching Jeremy Boyer's TikToks. And fell in love with the team. Yeah, it's very cool.
That is so awesome.
And she posts this video, and she sits there, and it's just a picture of her, or a video of her just, like, in awe of, like, I'm actually here. This is actually happening. I am in this place that I have just watched from afar for 3 years.
It's a weird esoteric feeling for her. Yeah.
And it was just so cool. And I was just like blown away. I mean, it was just like, it's so cool, the power of music and
yeah, it is.
And all
it really
that.
is.
And, you know, now technology and be able to reach people like that.
Yeah, that is wild that she just came across that, happened across it. 7 hours. What a drive, man. That's
a fun
commitment.
lady right there.
Hey, that's
That
like
is a
people
bad
driving
lady.
for like to go see their favorite band
Oh, yeah,
in
you're
Chicago
right. Yeah,
or
you're
somewhere. You know what
right.
I mean, Mike? He won't watch this. It doesn't matter.
So do you get a lot of creative liberties when you're playing the organ for the teams? Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, there's very few times where they're like, hey, Jeremy, play XYZ. Most of the time, it's like, yeah, well, not, you know, there's actually a song named XYZ, but you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
thought you were going to play Rush or something.
Yeah, Rush. But, you know, for the most part, I get to play whatever I want to play, so I have liberty with that, and I try to, like, be clever with things or, you know, fit the, like I said, the mood of the game.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's cool is, like, you know, like I said, people don't realize there's somebody out there playing, but at Enterprise Center, I'm actually in the stands with the fans, so people could walk by and, like, there's the
So
organ
do they
player.
just set you like right there, like so, like the soundboard guy, basically, like in the middle of the crowd right there? Is that where
Yeah.
you're kind of set up, or are you behind?
I'm like at the back of a section, but like I'm still like there's fans all around me.
Yeah.
You know, other than
okay.
like there's like
not
the wall
like
here,
up
but
in the the box up there.
no, I'm like out in like the upper bowl.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
the
that's
arena.
cool.
So people can see it. You know, they see it live, and
Well, that's
so,
good too, though. You know.
yeah. Well, that's what I like though is that I could feel the feeling of everybody else around me. I can
Yes.
sense that, like, where's the mood of everybody right now? Do
Yeah.
I need to like elevate that mood? You know, if we're really getting beat bad, do I find a way to like tap into that and like have some humor with it? You know?
Yeah.
Wah.
Make people feel a little better, make people feel a little energized. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. That's one thing about going to sporting events. Personally, I'm not a big sports person, never have been. Watching sports on TV is incredibly boring to me, unfortunately. However, I love attending a game, and that's exactly the reason why, is because you just feel the energy of everybody else there, and when everybody's excited, man, you get excited too. Plus, they have nachos, and I'm about that, so...
And hot dogs.
Yes, and they do have hot dogs.
Yeah.
So that is a really, really neat.
Well, and then like
Love
our
it.
job too is, you know, even if you're not a big Blues fan or a Cardinals fan, we hope to make the experience fun for everybody, no matter what. Whether
Yeah.
you're there to watch the game or just to chill and hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
We do a lot of interactive things with videos, with music. So lots of stuff that will, you know, even if you're not super into hockey, you're going to come away saying, hey, I had a great time, great experience with the game.
Yeah, regardless, it's a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go to the party.
Yes.
You'll have a good time, I promise.
We put on a show on top of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. So you actually were able today to borrow a keyboard from one of our sponsors, Ernie Williamson Music, right down the road. We want to give them a little shout out. We definitely appreciate that. They sponsor our stairwell sessions. What kind of keyboard did you pick up today?
I think it's a fancy Casio, but
Yeah.
it'll do the trick.
Oh, face. I was hoping it was like a Moog or something like that. It's got a
But
nice
it's red,
synthesizer.
so it's kind of cool to match
It's
my outfit.
red.
Got some red going on,
Nice.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Did they have a
I'm gonna steal
plethora
it.
for you to choose from?
Yeah, they had a few different
Sorry,
options.
Ernest.
Coming to my house. Sorry, Ernesto.
Sorry, Shane.
He did tell me that they had like a 600-pound organ you could borrow, but he's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to get that in a stairwell. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, but I don't think that one's going to work. Like,
Yeah.
we ain't doing that.
See, that's like, you know, when you're an organist, like most of the time you don't carry the organ to different gigs.
Right.
You just show up and play and then you go home, which is great.
Yeah.
As a musician, can't really beat that because, you know, there's no drum boxes to load up or anything else.
Yes.
I'm here now. Gonna
You
open up
just
the organ.
bring your instruments right here.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the best part about being an organist. You just show up and play, and then afterwards, well, I'm done here. I'll see you later.
Now, is this the only ring that you currently have?
I have a Cardinals ring as well from 2013 when they played the Red Sox in the World Series. So I have a Cardinals and a Blues ring, and I'm grateful for both of those. And I wrote cards to the DeWitt family and to Mr. Stillman, the owners of the Blues and the Cardinals, thanking them generously for their for their gifts, because they don't have to do that. And to be included is pretty humbling and pretty awesome to be a part of those franchises and thought of enough to be gifted a ring. So.
It makes me feel good.
It does. Well, I mean, you've been with them for so long, you have to be like family now, almost.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Recognition. He's part of the team.
Yeah.
He's doing the
And it is an
music part.
extension too. Like even with the fans that are there, you develop friendships and almost like a second family, a family away from family, I guess. Where like, I mean, a lot of the season ticket holders who are there have like seen my girls grow up from like little bitty to now they're 21 and 22, the oldest two. And in fact, my soon to be 21-year-old works for the team now too. So I get to work with her.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
Do you bring your girls often to the games?
Yeah. Obviously the two oldest ones, like I said, they're grown, so they're on their own and doing their thing. But I have tickets, and they'll be like, hey Dad, can I get tickets? And I'm like, yeah, come on over, and they'll come hang out. And then I bring the little one with me too, because I have a 12-year-old as well, and she comes a lot with Dad and hangs out and sits up there and cusses the other team like she shouldn't do. But
She sounds fun.
yeah, she's fun. She's a ball of energy.
Now, I'm sure you were there at this time. This was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Hard to say, but Bat Boys come and go. But there was a Bat Boy when we had some. My dad had got some tickets from one of his dental buddies. Anyway, we were close, and this Bat Boy was just diligently running back and forth, and the drunk motherfuckers in front of us were just like, I don't know if his name was Jared or something, but it said on it. But he was just the Jim. This guy, that's what they cared about.
Yeah.
The Bat Boy running back and forth. Mm-hmm. Now they change Bat Boys every once in a while. And this is a weird topic to bring up, Bat Boys, but they do change Bat Boys every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like they're like high school kids or something like that.
No, I think they're actually in their like 20s.
Are they?
I think
this
they're-
kid looked like he was like 14 or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
A lot of the Cardinals guys are like almost as big as like the Cardinals guys are. Like
Really?
they're older.
This kid was just it was like
really?
14, I think, but he was just fucking up left and right.
I mean, that's why the other ones are mostly older.
Yeah, now they've
Maybe
decided.
that's a one-day thing.
I don't know, maybe so, but they were yelling at him then, and
It was a big thing.
it was a big thing from where we were at, because he was
Remember a
right
commotion
there.
out in
Like
the crowd about
he
a
was
rat
just like a
boy?
mole running back and forth and just dropping shit left and right,
Oh,
and we were like,
no.
"Oh my god, guy!"
Yeah.
But
Because I believe the Bat Boys travel with the teams. They probably have to be of a certain age.
not 14
Oh,
though.
school,
that
you know.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they're not getting taken out of school those school months.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned that you do sing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to know is, have you ever been in a band?
I'm not really. I mean, like not really. Like I've done like basketball bands and like I played in like that kind of thing where it's similar. We got like a rhythm section and stuff, but I've never really needed to.
Like for
I
a
guess.
basketball game? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You said basketball bands, and I was like, wait a second. Is
Yeah,
there something
yeah. Like
new?
the
Space
Kinda like the-
Jam.
Like, hold on.
So at SEMO, when I was at Southeast, we had a pep band called the Show Band, and it had like your traditional like your saxophones, your trombones, your trumpets, horns, those kind of things. But we also like there, which was cool for us, is we had a rhythm section. So we had keyboards, electric bass, electric guitar, drummer, and we'd play along with the band too. But sometimes we do our own thing too. So it was similar. We didn't have like a lead singer per se, but
Yeah.
we would do like like sometimes like The Urge or 311 or like stuff that like other schools they're playing like Hang On Sloopy and we're rocking
Yeah.
out playing Van Halen on the side.
No vocals, but stuff people would definitely know. Yeah.
instrumental stuff. Yeah,
That's always fun when you hear something, you're like, is that? I think it is.
yeah.
Song recognition. You got to love it.
Hey guys, it's Tippy here from the Tippy Jo Show, and I want to talk about mental health. You guys know that we are huge mental health advocates, and we are all about getting the help that you need. And one great way to do that is with BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp.com is the world's largest therapy network, and it is 100% online. And with over 30,000 licensed and experienced professionals, there is definitely somebody there that is going to suit your needs. It's so easy to get started. You just answer a couple of questions about your therapy needs, and they'll match you with a therapist that's right for you. But if for whatever reason that therapist isn't a good fit for you, you can switch to a new therapist, no problem. And BetterHelp makes it super easy to communicate with your therapist. You can text, you can call, you can video chat, whatever feels right to you, they're there waiting to listen. And the best part is you can get 10% off your first month's service by going to betterhelp.com/thebarn. That's betterhelp.com/THEBARN. Bye.
Looking to cultivate your own cannabis? Visit Main Street Grow Supply, your local one-stop shop for all things cultivation and more. Located at 101 West Main Street in Park Hills, Missouri, Main Street Grow Supply offers a wide range of top-quality products and expert advice to help you grow your best crop yet. Whether you're a seasoned grower or just starting out, their knowledgeable staff is there to guide you every step of the way. From premium soils to state-of-the-art grow lights, Main Street Grow Supply has everything you need to nurture your plants from seed to harvest. So why wait? Visit Main Street Grow Supply today at 101 West Main Street in Park Hills, Missouri, and let them help you grow with confidence. Main Street Grow Supply, cultivating community one plant at a time.
Well, you were going to SEMO whenever they used to be, what was it, the Indians? That's when I went. And then they changed it to Red Hawks now, yeah.
I was the last class to graduate as an Indian before, and like literally graduated in December of 04 as an Indian. January 05, they become Red Hawks.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
I slid right into there in 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
And yeah, the towers were gross.
Yeah. I visited a few times.
I lived in the East Tower.
I was like, I didn't have to live there.
Yeah, I lived up on the hill looking down on you guys.
I know. I had friends that lived there, and I wanted to go hang out there more so than my shitty ass dorm.
Yeah.
But we would sneak into the. You remember where obviously the dining room was, and the tray return right there where the towers were.
Yeah,
you could hop through the towers and go back into the kitchen and get pizzas and stuff, and then cook them.
You could if you wanted to.
If you wanted to.
You
it was
shouldn't.
called stealing. And giant bags of cereal.
The more you know. I didn't know that.
I guess so, yeah.
We even got into the ceiling above the cafeteria, and my buddy's leg went through the rafter up there. I'm not making this up. This happened.
We
Greg.
are pretty sure we're
His
not.
name was Greg.
Don't.
It don't matter. You're gonna get Greg in trouble, damn it! Don't be doing that now.
Greg, he ain't
I
gonna
was
say
at the
this.
UC anyway, so.
I'm sure over your years of playing for both the Blues and both the Cardinals, that you've probably seen some crazy stuff happen during games. Is there anything that's most memorable to you that kind of stands out?
I played for 2 one-hitters, which is crazy. Both times, I honestly didn't even realize it till like the 6th or 7th inning, and people were like, well, if this I'm like, what happens? I'm like, oh, that happens. And both times I think it came down to like the second to last out, and some crazy squibber comes off the bat and they break up the no-hitter, and we're like, oh, and there's never been so much cussing in all of St. Louis before than that. So that was pretty crazy. I was there for I think Pujols' 695th home run.
Oh wow.
And it was like we were already up like 6-0 on the Colorado Rockies, like in the first or second inning. I mean, we were just beating their brains in already. Bases are loaded, and they bring Pujols in off the bench as if we needed to bring in more offense. We're already up 6-0, and he hits a grand slam, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude is just unreal. Like they just knew he was gonna come in and just hit the home run, and he did. It was just
He was
nuts.
just sitting there powering up.
Yeah. And now it's 10-0. So that's pretty crazy. Hockey. Tim Peel was a referee for the NHL for a long time, and he's from St. Louis. But something that I thought was crazy, and you guys probably find crazy too, and he shared it today, actually. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and one of our players had dumped the puck in, just shot it down the ice just to get it deep into our zone. It actually went off of his junk and into the net behind the goalie.
Oh my gosh.
And horn goes off, we play the goal song, the whole bit, and then afterwards he's like, That doesn't count. We gotta wave it off.
Oh my
So it came,
gosh.
how did it come? It snuck in behind?
No, it was like a shot, like
Off
a shot.
his dick?
Off his cup or whatever, ricocheted into the net, and the goalie's like, "What?" And
Does
the
that not count though, for
But I
real?
mean, it
Nobody knew. Nobody ever saw it before.
Oh my god. That
stick
feels like it
didn't do
should
it.
count.
But he's
you
like all
know?
doubled over. In the meantime, it's like, meh,
Oh my
and we're playing the goal
gosh.
song. Like, let's go. And then come to find out that apparently doesn't count. But I thought,
man.
the hockey or the referees were part of the playing surface.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so too. Because if they go to catch it
Yeah.
and they miss or it bumps them and it still goes in the net, that's still a goal, right?
Yeah.
I
It was
thought so
shot.
too, but
It was shot.
If it
It
gets
just
in,
had
it
an
counts.
obstruction.
That's what you would
that
think.
kinda
Someone
went in.
literally picks it up.
because it's not dead any other. If it hits the referee, like, they're trying to get the puck onside and hits the referee, they don't blow it dead.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I guess just maybe in the instance of a goal, they can't, like, maybe because they're afraid that somebody's going to, like, try to aim it off of the referee.
I feel
so-
like if it
now
goes
they
off
know
his
it's
junk,
possible.
though, that should be
That's-
counted.
yeah.
That's the old
That's
one.
like a trick shot and pool,
Yeah,
like if
exactly.
they did that, like
Yeah.
give it to them, I guess.
Yeah.
What about crowd wise?
So the 2019 Stanley Cup Final, I was accompanying Charles Glenn, fabulous singer, used to sing the national anthem for the Blues for a long time, and I'm supposed to accompany him, which was what we did, and he didn't tell me what he was going to do, and he drops out in the middle, and we're like on national TV, we're on NBC, like broadcast, and I'm like, where's this dude at? And I'm like, and the Rockets, and it's just me, and then the crowd joins in, and like they're just like full throated, and the Rockets red glare,
So
and it was
that
just
was the
so cool,
savior.
and it was just me and the crowd,
Yeah.
and then he comes back in at oh say does that star spangled, and it was just like the coolest moment, like you get chills, like the crowd's just so full, you don't expect it to happen.
Yeah.
It was totally organic, nobody knew it was
Yeah.
going to happen. I guess he just decided they're singing loud enough, I'm going to let them take over.
Yeah, see what
So,
happens.
yeah.
What a powerful moment.
It was very powerful.
I'm sure that was incredible to be in the middle of, man.
Yeah, very cool. And we do a lot of sing-alongs anyway, but I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Like if I'm playing Living on a Prayer, I expect everybody to join
Oh,
in.
yes.
Or like Just a Friend, I play, oh baby.
Yes.
Are they
that's
going to
all
sing
I
it
got.
really shitty too?
Well, they've been
They
drinking
better.
for 3 periods.
Because that's how it's done.
But, it still counts.
I don't think you're allowed to sing that song well.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
originally
It's not well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic song though. It's a classic. It's a classic for sure. Now that was at a
That's blues.
Blues game. What about at a Cardinals? How crazy them fans get?
Cardinals, I got to do, and I don't even know what happened last year. There was something like, there was some kind of delay, and they just showed me on the camera, and they're like, well, Jeremy, just play until it's over with. And I'm playing a song, and everybody started, getting really into it and clapping along and stuff, which was pretty fun. And, just like my own little mini concert in the middle of a baseball game during the delay, rain delay theater. But
And that's
fun.
That's probably got to be kind of stressful. You're like, oh shit, we've got a rain delay. I've got to keep this crowd kind of.
yeah,
You gotta keep it hype.
Ecstatic.
Yeah.
you got to keep them going. But you
Yeah.
also, at the same time, too, you have like no idea what's going on.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Or how
Is
long
this
you're going to be doing
exactly.
it for.
Is this
yeah.
gonna be like another 30 seconds, or am I going for
Are we
like
just
10 minutes
shutting
here?
this shit down right away?
Yeah, what's happening? And like, I feel like everybody's always like, oh, at this pitch we're gonna do this, or this whistle we're gonna do this. And here it's like nobody's saying anything. I have no idea. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. And it's like, okay, here we go. And if this ends, what am I gonna do next? That's kind of in the back of my mind. Okay, then now what?
Oh yeah.
But it was like just one song, but like, yeah, it was just like me on the video board and like, all right, take it, Jeremy.
Well, here we go.
Yeah,
Me.
yeah.
What's your most favorite song to play at a game? What gets the crowd going the most?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's different at each park. I think there's this one that like I feel like at least clapping wise at Cardinals called Zorba, and whenever I play it, everybody like one of the guys in the room's like fired up, and they show like all the things on the video board or on the screens or whatever. And it's like ba da ba 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 ba. For whatever reason, it's just addictive. And everybody's like, without fail, it's just like,
It just builds.
baby.
Yeah, I know what
it's
you're
like
talking
slow
about.
clap, yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody, like, without fail, like, everybody's like, it's hardwired in their brain. It's like, as soon as that comes in, they're like, oh, yeah, let's clap along.
Yeah,
We do.
I know what you mean. I've been to a
Blues,
couple
I don't know.
That way I
games.
relate to
Yeah.
that.
And, Here Comes the King, too. The Clydesdale song at Cardinals, too, is a big one. At Blues, it just depends. It depends on what's going on in the game, I think. I do some sing-along stuff, but I'll do clap-along stuff, too, or, whatever.
What's the biggest difference between hockey fans and baseball fans?
The sport.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Duh.
I don't know. I mean, like, I
One's blue and one is red.
feel like there's a lot of carryover for sure.
Yeah.
I think maybe baseball or hockey fans skew maybe a little bit younger than baseball. But I think they're both just as passionate, and I think they both like it.
Most of them love the both. So.
Yeah. And St. Louis is a great sports town, and I know we've had a couple of down-ish years for St. Louis. I mean, they're still not terrible. I mean, like they always talk about, like even like last year, the Cardinals like, oh, this is the worst season ever.
I think it's just because we had that all-time high
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
People
We were
like,
so good for so long.
We had an above-average team for quite a while.
And they still ended up with a winning record.
Yeah.
And they were still 3 games behind what the Royals were, and the Royals were in the playoffs. So, I mean, it's like, really, we're not Pittsburgh. We're not like, 29 in the season here. We're above 500
We just
still.
got spoiled, I
I,
guess.
I think there is a little bit of that. And then, like, the Blues won the Stanley Cup in 2019. They're really, really good in 2020. The COVID thing kind of screwed everybody a little bit. And because they were just, lights out that year, too. And still even good the next year, but then it just kind of caught up to them a little bit. And, sometimes you just got to overturn the roster a little bit. And, it takes time. But, I mean, they're playing good now. They hired a new coach this past month, I guess, Jim Montgomery.
Yeah?
Former Blues player, former assistant Blues coach with the Stanley Cup team. And I think since then...
into the Blues.
Yes,
so.
yeah. And since then, we're, I think, 5-1-1, so we're pretty good in the last 6 games
Might have
since
to
he's
watch
taken
one
over.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Might have to go to
I
some.
don't mind. I like
go.
I
hockey,
would
okay?
rather watch hockey live than on
I would
television
I like
because it's
Tiffany.
just not
I'd
as
rather
fun.
watch all sports live.
Yeah,
No,
me
bullshit.
too. Well, obviously,
I
she
will
said
watch
like,
football and baseball. I won't watch tennis.
I'll watch baseball on TV because it is usually so long that I need to get up and go do something else and then come back.
It extends beyond, like, hockey and sports, too. Like, I mean, think about, like, Taylor Swift.
Stop.
No, Jeremy, we do not want to think about Taylor Swift.
I like Taylor
Seriously.
Swift.
I was getting ready to bring up the Rams.
But seriously, they're like,
Remember we had a sports team of football?
The Eras Tour is on Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
And, like, watching it isn't the same as, like,
Yeah.
if you were there at, like, Arrowhead Stadium watching Taylor Swift live, it's going to be a totally different vibe. You could be way into it, like, on Disney Plus, you're like, man, I'm kind of
Yeah.
tired of this.
I'll imagine a band that I really like and put that
Yes.
comparison, and then I
There
would
you go.
You're
feel
so
it.
funny. I think the biggest difference is the way you feel it. Like,
Yeah.
because when you're in it, my favorite thing, like, I love a marching band. I love a big sound because I love when you can feel it in
Yeah.
your chest when it thump, thump, thumps. And I think being in that is just really, like,
Yeah.
you feel it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like anytime you're live, I mean that's part of living it too. Is feeling it too, and all the different senses you have: the ears, the hearing it, the feeling it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Totally immersible when you do that. Go to live events.
Sports.
Sports.
Thank you. Thank you for summing that up for me.
Sports.
So we know you're
Yes.
an organist. We know you got 3 daughters you're very proud of. I would like to thank you, by the way, for coming to the Tippy Jo prom.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I would like you to know that you are a local celebrity.
Dude,
You're all
I
like, "We
saw
know
you smoothing
him."
around there in that jacket. I
Yes.
was like,
And then we
holy
all
shit.
actually found out we're like, we are the biggest idiots in the world. We
I was like,
didn't
who's
walk
that
up,
dude
we
with
didn't-
that shiny jacket on?
First of
Yeah.
all, the jacket, incredible.
Thank you.
Did you have that custom made?
I did. So seriously.
God, it's got a blue one too.
I know.
So like, okay, so here's the deal with the jacket. So like, this past February, I was like, I was like tired of like, I was overweight. I was tired of being overweight. I'm like, I'm gonna get better shape, and I've lost like 80 pounds since like February.
Congratulations.
Got in shape, gym all the time, got a trainer. We go to the gym, the trainer all the time, walk almost every day, all that stuff. Dropped 80 pounds. So then like none of my stuff fit me anymore. And I'm like, what am I gonna wear for hockey? Like, so I'm like, let's do something cool. Let's do like a personalized like jacket.
Treat yourself.
That's right.
Yeah. So
A
I
little
got-
reward.
I'd worked with a singer once at church actually, but she did costume design for the Muni. And I kind of kept that in the back of my mind. Like, well, that's kind of cool. Maybe I could do something neat one day. And the Hall of Famers always usually have like their jackets, their blazers and stuff. And so I was thinking, well, that'd be maybe like a blue jacket or a gold jacket or something, like that. And then I remember that the original, like the first organist for the blues wore like this. It was a sparkly material. It wasn't like sequins, but it was like a sparkly material.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So it connected to the beginning of the franchise. So I thought that was kind of a cool tie-in. And I know his family really well. He's passed. I did get to meet him before he passed, but I knew his daughters very well, and so I thought, like kind of an homage to him.
Yeah.
But also kind of, a unique thing that kind of sticks out a little bit.
Because you are performing.
Yeah, and it is. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, they have the camera on me, like pretty much, anytime they can
So
drop
you
in.
gotta look cool as hell, man.
Yeah, so I thought, why not?
So how many different custom jackets do you own now?
I have two. I have the silver one was made actually by trainer's friend, Jordan Fly, who lives in St. Louis, custom made the silver one for me. And then Eileen Engel, who was the one who worked for the Muni, made the blue one. So they're both different ones. I thought, I'd give a couple different takes on it and see what they could do with it. And they both knocked it out of the park. One has like a tribute to Bobby Plager, one of the original blues on the inside, like a heart with his number on it.
That's cool.
So it's kind of close to my heart because he was such a cool dude, and he was like the godfather of the franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like the blue, Mr. Blue. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I have another patch in mind for the other jacket, a tribute to the previous organist who passed away, who were kind of like inspiration for me too. So.
Yeah. That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Now I'm just gonna have to get a jacket commemorated to Beetle Bob, I guess.
better.
Remember Beetle Bob?
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy is weird as hell, or he was as weird as hell.
Who is Beetle Bob?
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Do your research.
Okay, I will. Sure.
He's a guy from St. Louis that used to go to basically every big concert or small concert for the past 40 plus years, 40 years basically, dressed like a Beetle. Just had this weird dance. He
Really?
just hang out and dance, not really talk. He would just be there.
This is news to me. Seems like that would be something I should know.
He was just a character. That's
Beetle
all he
Bob,
was.
huh?
Beetle Bob, yeah.
What
Interesting.
dedication, though.
Yeah, for real.
Like for real. Like my parents used to make me do his dance as a kid, and I
That's
think I
too
can still do it, but I'm
funny.
not going to.
Speaking of parents making you do things, you've been playing for so long. Are you the monkey that dances for people? Do people often say, "Hey, Jeremy, get on there and show us what you can do"?
Sometimes, it depends on where we're at and that kind of situation. It's like,
Yeah.
or if I've had anything to drink.
Then you're like, "I'll do it."
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like most of the time, like maybe I'll play a song or something, but yeah, it's not like too crazy usually.
Yeah.
And then who has like a piano organ just laying around, too,
Oh, not
so,
everybody does.
apparently
oh,
not.
Weird.
So yeah,
Did you ever pick up any other instrument?
I played saxophone in school. I played in drumline. Like I said, I was a vocal major, but I actually never played guitar. I know like everybody's like, "Well, you didn't play guitar?" I'm like, "Nope, I didn't."
No,
And so,
bitch, I played the piano and the organ.
Yeah,
Pick one.
Those are way harder than guitar, I think.
I went for the one that
my
paid the most
opinion.
money.
That makes sense. I mean, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
You ever plan on getting sequin pants to match your
I
sequin
don't.
jacket?
I
And
don't. It
boots.
took me a long time to come around to the sequin jacket. To begin
Really?
with. Yeah.
That was a really good idea, and I was like struggling a little bit because, do you have something sequenced? Did you say you did?
I don't think I do.
Oh, well, I do. And I was like, man, if we could get together and all wear our sequins, I'd
Yeah.
be so happy.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I haven't got to wear it yet because I'm like, where are those sequins?
We could get a bunch of Elmer's glue in a jacket and just dip it in some sequins
I
and
could do better than that, I'm sure.
that's what I would do.
Material.
Sew that stuff on there. Come on.
What I was getting around to, though, at the beginning, before I was like, hey, thank you for coming to our prom. We appreciate your
Yeah.
support. What else do you do?
What else do I do?
Yeah, you go to the gym, 3 beautiful daughters, you're an organist. Is there any other, as we like to say, hobby you got that you pull
Yeah.
out of your hat that you like to do?
Music in the air, drone photography. So I do that as well. I do drone stuff.
Hey, he is
Yeah.
music in the air. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so I do that, and it is more of a hobby than like a profession. Like I've done stuff for pay, I guess, but like.
Do you have your
most-
license?
I for the most time I just like play.
He's
for,
like, shut
Do you
the
have
fuck
your
cut it out.
FAA license?
He's
But-
just jealous.
But to be honest, though, I don't have an FAA license.
Neither do I.
But
We'll
it's-
edit that
I
out.
do have. Well, but see, like my thing is that like it's the company that made the drone is DJI.
Yeah.
And they were super smart because the drone that I fly is 249 grams. Oh. And you don't need a license unless you're
Oh.
250 or above.
Yeah, exactly.
So
See?
What do you
so
got?
commercial, you can do do it.
I can do anything I want.
Exactly.
That's regulated.
Funny.
Yeah. There we are.
Man, what a
Yours, Lane?
workaround.
Same
Yeah.
one.
Oh, well, you're good to go,
I
baby.
know, right?
Yep. So we're good to go, and we don't need the license, but
No, we
You
don't.
carry
Like I
a
said,
little
most
scale
time-
with you just in case
Yeah.
somebody questions it. Like,
Somebody
I'm
pulls up,
sorry.
Don't
what?
add a little thing to the bottom plate to
Hold on, let
it.
me
You
take my
know,
propeller off. Okay, now we're good.
take off the lens.
Yeah.
The external lens on there.
So, but it's fun, and like I said, most time it's just a hobby, and I do it just for fun because it's like it feeds my creative side. I think a
Yeah.
little bit too, and in a different way.
Yeah, we've noticed a lot of people that their creative outlet became like their job.
Yeah.
They found another one just so they don't like
Burn out.
burn out, ruin
Yeah.
the passion they did have. So it breaks it up.
It is. It's a different way a different outlet.
Yeah. I don't think I know any creative person that only has one creative lane. Like,
Yeah.
everybody I know is just hobby hoppers.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, I think that's a great way to be because you never get bored.
Yeah, and it's something I'd wanted to do for a long time too, and I just thought, why not? So
Yeah.
after I think it was like after COVID, I was just like, now's the time, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Of
Something
course.
fun to do, and it is therapeutic in a way. You just fly and kick
And
back.
get to go to
and-
different places. Like he likes to drive out to random places.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what we see from the sky. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, I almost got attacked by a crane?
Oh, yeah,
What was
yeah,
that, a
bird
crane or
after-
some sort of
Oh,
crane at the
yeah?
lake? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was tracking him down, but that guy,
Yeah.
he's a big
You never
boy.
know.
One, huh?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
They fly around sometimes. They'll fly by you, but
Have you noticed like a lot of like hawks or not eagles, but hawks, and just kind of curious, and they come
they
in
checking you
super
out, huh?
close, kind of getting around. Yeah, you're like,
I've had flocks of birds fly by before. And,
yeah.
not flying super high, but they're flying by and they're like, we're gonna fly right by this.
Have you ever flown them? Have you ever flown your drone through fireworks, like a big
Ooh.
firework?
Not through them.
Yeah, I have.
flown them
It
for
was
them.
dangerous.
Yeah.
but it was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's flown them for them.
For
what?
them.
Yeah, for them.
What'd you say?
For fireworks, but not through fireworks.
What do you
Elaborate.
mean? Like you took the firework up with your drone?
No.
No, he was probably filming some for.
Yeah.
Far
I shot them
away.
from afar.
Yeah.
I didn't fly directly through the path of the firework.
Okay,
Was that
you said,
like
I
the
flew them
explosion?
for them.
Was that
I
like a city
you did some
fireworks
drone
show?
Yeah, or
Boom.
like I think I can't remember. I think we had a Blues game maybe year before last, like on New Year's Eve or something, and came back home and I was like, I bet there's gonna be people like in town just like shooting off fireworks. So I'm gonna just see, and sure enough, and it was kind of cool. It was organic because it was not planned and on par, and some of them were actually pretty decent. It was
Yeah.
like cool shots over town, like people just in random spots, shooting off.
You
fireworks.
just like
That's
ran. You're not
fun.
supposed to do that in St. Louis, but you can.
I mean, you can do anything you want if nobody tells you not to. You
Yeah.
know.
You can do it anyway.
After the Stanley Cup, after we won the Stanley Cup, my daughter Bella and I left. My mom and the other girls had gone separately earlier because they didn't want to stick around. And we left, and we're like driving down Market Street, and there's like people on the hoods of cars shooting off Roman candles off.
Oh my
I believe
gosh.
it.
And I'm just like, but it's still a little bit like firework or gunshot. We don't know.
It's never gonna change.
Just Roman
Stay in the
candles.
car.
Okay.
We're not getting out, just in case. You don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh man, yeah, that was my thing in St. Louis when I lived there. Fireworks or gunshots?
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
don't
that's
know.
a fun game to play.
Yeah. We just stay in the car.
I just
So
stayed
you
at my
live
house.
around here now.
Yeah, I live
Yeah.
in Potosi. Lived over
Yeah.
there. I grew up there, obviously. Moved away. Moved back after a divorce 2 years ago, I guess. So like 2001 maybe. And I have my daughter almost all the time, and she goes to school at Potosi, and she gets to, my mom's there, my grandma's there, her great grandma's there, and she gets to see them a lot, which is pretty cool, and she loves it. And I think she really loves being in a small town, being in a small town school, and obviously a lot of the people who teach there I either went to school with, or I had in
Yeah.
school, or knew my mom, or whatever. So she's like a little celebrity at school too, and she definitely enjoys that.
I
Of course.
love
right?
that.
So it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad that she's enjoying it, and she's a big.
You're
she's
like,
very
I was able to provide her with such a great life.
Yeah. So she's she's also very competitive. So she'll like, She always got all the rivalries down. So she knows all the different schools. And
Are you competitive? Is that where she gets it from?
yeah, probably. Like, I don't know that I'm as competitive as she is. She has no quit. Like,
She neck level, huh?
Yeah, like there's times where I'm like, oh yeah, you won, whatever, but she's like, no, Dad, no, like rubs it in, yeah.
Sore winner. That's what my
Yes.
family says. We are sore winners and sore losers.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
That's Kyle. He is definitely a sore winner and a sore loser for certain.
Yeah, for sure.
Do any of your daughters play?
Play
Any
organ?
instruments, yeah.
So Eliza, the little one, plays a little bit, and she'll always be like, Dad, teach me how to play this. I want to learn how to play this. Belle played a little bit, my middle daughter, and she played flute in school, and then my oldest played saxophone, but didn't really play keyboard that much. And the oldest two don't really play that much. Belle is on the Blue Crew for the blues, so she mostly does dance. But she also can skate, so she'll be on the ice sometimes, and she'll be like scraping the ice, doing the shoveling and all that stuff. And I think that's super cool because like there's times where she's down there and she's like scooping the goalie crease, and it's like that's Marc-Andre. You're standing right next to Marc-Andre Fleury, scooping his crease. He's like a Hall of Fame, soon-to-be Hall of Fame goaltender, and like I don't think she even realizes it. I mean, not that she's not a hockey fan,
Yeah.
but I don't think in the moment she realizes how cool that is. That you're like, this dude's going to the Hall of Fame.
This
one
is
day,
another,
and you're,
just
like, right
another
next to
thing
him.
she's doing.
And you're
Yeah.
filling his place in a way by
Alright.
cleaning his crease there too.
Thinking
so-
how cool is she though? She's like,
Yeah.
No
hockey
big
player,
deal.
no
Yeah,
big
right?
deal. I see him all the time.
Yeah. Well, she gets to see the players more than I do, I think, because she'll do they'll go to children's hospitals and things where the players are at, and they interact with them quite a bit more than I do because I'm, up in the rafters kind of sort of, and I'll see them, but like I don't get to interact with them because they have their job to do that day, and
Yeah.
I never want to bother them. But when they're doing the community events, they can kind of lay back a little bit and be a little bit more friendly and not to worry about the game. So
Yeah. That's so cool for her. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I mean, that's awesome for both of you, and that's
Yeah.
so cool that you guys get to work together like
Yeah.
that.
It is. It's very neat. It's a kind of a cool thing to, look back on. You think about her going to those first games and never knowing that one day she'd be working there too. And-
Yeah.
Yes, that's very cool that your daughter gets those opportunities. And
Yes.
it segued right back.
Yeah. Definitely pretty cool. And then so tomorrow night I'll get to see her, and she's taking over the Blue Crew Instagram on Friday. So yeah, she's got some things planned out to do that. So
So she'll be handling it from here on out?
yeah.
What
yeah.
an opportunity. That's so awesome.
She'll do Friday. They'll do an all day, kind of follow along with this, what I do during the day for content. And so she'll get to take over that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun. A little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's
Like kind of a day in
cute.
the
I
life
like
kind of thing,
that.
so-
Yeah.
And we got something planned. We're gonna do something. We're gonna go to lunch or something, so I'll get to be a part of it for a little bit, and she got some other
Yeah.
ideas for later in the day. So it'll be fun to be part of that.
Yeah, that is fun. A little daddy-daughter date.
Yeah.
That'll be cute. That'll
sure.
be super cute. I think people will really enjoy that.
Yeah, something I like to do. I like to do fun things with the girls, and we definitely have the daddy-daughter dates and all those fun stuff, and get out and if it's a blues thing or not a blues thing, or it's Christmas lights. We went and just shot I thought about getting a photographer for Christmas pictures this year, and it's no, let's just go have dinner and then set up a tripod and just take fun
Yeah.
pictures somewhere. And we did that. And that was a lot of fun. And I
That's
had all
so
three
fun.
girls, and we went down to Keener Plaza and we had a shot of the arch, and they had everything lit up, and it was really cool. So
Did you put it on a timer or did you have a clicker?
I had the little clicker,
Yeah,
and,
the clicker.
Nice.
That's the way
and
to do
my
it.
older daughters are old enough now that so we'll do a few of them, and then the last couple of pictures they're middle finger picture, and my little one's stop that.
They got to sneak it in there.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. So then, it's pretty funny, but they're good kids, and they're always a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
I enjoy getting to spend time with them, even as they get older, and
That's very sweet.
yeah,
Love that. Love a family, man.
yeah.
Hey, we're really excited to hear what you're bringing to us in the stairwell. You're going to be doing a stairwell session for us today.
Yeah.
What songs have you prepared for us today? And will you be singing?
Yes, and a little bit of a variety.
Yeah?
I think I put together a nice little set list of a
Ooh.
little variety of
We're
stuff.
excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little mashup.
Good deal.
Some different I'll play a couple or at least maybe 2.5 a little more of a full song kind of thing, but little segues, little stuff maybe I would do at a game, or just something that I would
Can
bump
you
in
do the
during.
boom, boom,
Nice. A little taste of everything,
Yeah, a
huh?
little bit of
I like that.
No, don't
Very
do that.
nice.
Is there any way I could convince you to do a little Christmas song?
Maybe.
At the end, just I bet
Why you gotta
go,
do the
"Come
finger
on.
thing like
It's-
that?"
It's December.
Yeah.
Because I was being coy.
Yeah, that's not coy.
Oh, sorry.
Just saying. It's pretty obvious.
something in.
You're asking the question.
Yeah.
She's like,
Great.
play some Christmas.
Well, I am really excited to hear what you have planned for us in the stairwell. But before we get off here, first, I do want to thank you for sitting down with us. It's been incredible. Loved getting to know you and learning all about your life and your past and everything that's going on with you. Do you want to shout out where people can find you on social media, how they can follow you?
Sure. On any platform, it's Jabs Music, Jabs Music. Twitter, X, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I think that's it.
Right on.
All the
Okay.
things. Jabs Music.
Perfect. Any shout outs you want to give?
I don't think so. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom, kids.
Hi, my mom.
Kimberly's my oldest, Isabel, Eliza, my youngest. So,
Hi,
all
Liz,
you
Mom.
guys, and shout out all the Potosi folks. Hi, Potosi folks. Hi, Mineral Area folks.
Perfect. Well, let's get to some music.